Hey everybody, this is H.R. Baker from MMAmadhouse, and I'm here with the Warrior, Miles McDonald. Miles, everybody didn't believe that you could go in there and take that victory at Bellator, man. Being the first strawweight division in Bellator history. Man, your name is going to be known for a long time, man. How do you feel, man?
I feel very blessed, man. I got a good coach, good teammates, good family behind me, and that really supported me and got me to where I am. And thank Bellator for the opportunity. This is a weight class we've been struggling to try and get out there and try to get fights for us, and just scrounging for everything we can. And to be on a big show like that was truly humbling.
Miles, your opponent Dan O'Connor, he come in at 5-4. You came in at 1-1.
6-4. He kept correcting it, so I'm going to correct it too. Again.
So he was 6-4.
Yeah.
So, there were just a lot of people that just didn't believe that you could come in there and get that victory. You proved them wrong, man. You come in there in the first round. I never seen you so determined and focused in all the fights that I've seen you, from amateur to now. And how do you credit your
man, coming in as the underdog is always motivation for anybody, I believe, especially when you know that you got asked to fight somebody in their hometown just to get them a win. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's true or fact. I feel like it is. I feel like they brought me in to lose to him, to make him look good and, help him progress his career. And I am not going to be anybody's stepping stone in this sport. This is what I was meant to do. This is what I was born to do, and this is what I'm going to do. And, just being at that next level and knowing that you're going to be, in the likes in the locker room of Kimbo Slice, Ken Shamrock, Patricio the Pitbull, it really ups your edge, mind wise, and I pushed everything to a whole other level of training camps. I went up to Chicago and trained and with Jeff Kerr and some of those people up there, and I just felt really good. I felt really good about this fight. So
I know I've seen you all week long, and man, I seen pictures of you and everything, and you just stayed so focused, and you came in there and you actually looked like a seasoned vet in there in that cage, and compared to some of your fights that in the past, you're just a totally different guy, man. You didn't even want to go to the ground to him. What was the game plan? Was your game plan to just stand and bang with him, or just? What was your game plan?
As any intelligent coach or fighter would see the height disadvantage and my league advantage, and they would use that to their advantage, and that's what we did. We knew 2 months ago we were planning this fight, and we were going to stand up, and I became more of known as a jiu-jitsu fighter. Nobody thought I had hands. You know what I mean? I really just wanted to showcase that I've been working on my hands, and I've been cutting my angles, and I've been doing everything I could to possibly get better with my stand-up, and I think I proved that tonight. And Dan's a great jiu-jitsu guy, stud on the ground. He's a brown belt. He's a brown belt, and I felt like his jiu-jitsu is not any better than mine. But if it would have went to the ground right off the back, it would have been even at that point. And I wanted to have the edge, as any fighter does in a fight. And I felt standing up and using my distance and just beating his face in was the best way to do that.
I know what really caught my attention, and I was so very impressed, was you caught a couple shots, and you kept your composure and your heart. You stayed focused, and it's like after the first round, I had you winning the first 2 rounds. Second round could have probably went either way because he ended up on top at the end of the round. But so what was your coaches telling? What was Shane telling you at the end of the rounds?
He said, I think we won those first 2. The second one could have gone either way because of how he finished strong at the end. And he said, go out there, be smart in the third. I said, I'm going to finish him. I told him that, and I knew I was. I knew I had beat him up here already. I knew that I had a better gas tank. I knew I had more heart. And I knew I had it up here in the head that I was going to win. And that's ultimately what it came down to. Is just you had the bigger gas tank, you had the bigger heart, and I had that tonight. So.
Did you feel him gassing toward the end? Say after the second round, it seemed like he was starting to gas a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. He was starting to breathe with his mouth open. He had his mouth open a lot, though. He kept sticking his tongue out at me, so I don't know if that's like his thing or something, or when he wipes his blood. I don't know. And I'd done that to him once to kind of mock him, I guess you could say, because he hit me pretty hard, or what he thought was hard, and I just kind of shook it off and kind of, taunted him a little bit, because, I've been hit, and he's saying he was going to knock me out and stuff. That didn't really sit well with me, and, I took his toughest hit, and I just laughed at him, basically, and I think that really demoralized him. It would demoralize any fighter.
Right. So. I know you guys got in that third round, and about halfway through third round, he almost had you in the Kimura. Was it close? Was it?
No,
Did
honestly,
you feel
I'll be
like
honest,
that?
man. I guess you could say kind of baiting it. I was kind of baiting it, like, because I knew exactly how he was going to work because he was trying to do that from the beginning, early in the rounds. I forgot what round it was because I black out all my fights, But I set that up. I don't know if you've seen. I transitioned. I was in north-south, and as I seen him start to go for that arm, I knew he was going to try and power through it and hit through it. And I know he's not stronger than me, and he wasn't. So I started a knee slide to the side, and I hooked. And as I did was I went through, whizzed through, and I grabbed his ankle for an Oklahoma. And as I went to go pull that leg, I flattened him out onto his back, and I got the side control. And that's when I transitioned him out and elbowed him and gave him a little gift wrap and elbowed again and got his back and choked him out.
Man, I'll tell you what, that was so impressive, man. I'll tell you what, I'll never forget that fight. That's one fight I'll never forget, man. And I tell you, you actually made history tonight. I mean, because the first ever Bellator strawweight fight.
Yeah.
And you got the victory.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great thing, and excuse me, I'm honored to be a part of the first ever Bellator strawweight fight. But at the same time, I love it too because that puts a target on my back, and that means people are going to want to fight me, and that means a lot more fights for me. That means a lot more promotions, and it just means a whole bigger stage. And as everybody knows, I'll fight anybody, anytime, anywhere. Hey, I don't care who they are. 1-1 taking on a 6-4 guy. It didn't face me.
I'll tell you what, people are going to remember Miles the Warrior McDonald from this night of the fight, and I can guarantee you got some opportunities coming your way. I can guarantee you. So, Miles, hey, anybody you want to give a shout out to, man? You want to give a holler out to?
I want to give a shout out to Grunt Life, my main people up there.
There you
the
go.
Catalyst Springfield. They do so much for us. We're actually moving to a new location and works with them, and it's going to be massive. It's going to be so great. We're going to be able to have a cage in there set up and everything else. It's going to be a great training facility. 300 West Infusion Bar, Instinct Nightclub. Who else do I have? Anybody? Shop and Go, home of the 89-cent fountain drink. Kayani, and they send me like a supplement kit. Check them out online. It's like a natural vitamin. It just enhances your food basically and gives you a little bit more energy and just makes you feel a little bit better. So all those people up there that helped me out for this fight and got me to Chicago and whatnot. So cool. And Highland Cigars, yeah.
For everybody to know out there, you went to Chicago last week and did some cross training and stuff out there.
Yeah, I had a good time, man. Went up there and hit a couple gyms and got a couple different looks, and just bettered myself. Got a little bit outside the box. I got a good, solid, base camp with Shane, and then got a good game plan with him, and then just went down there and worked my game plan on other people that I'd never seen before and fought or knew how they fought. So it was really good for me.
Cool. So now what do? You take a couple days off. What? Coach Shane, what's he going to do, man? Is he going to put you back in the gym, Shane?
Yeah.
There's Harvard MMA coach, Miles coach, Shane.
I'm sure he'll take a few days off, but we're going to get him right back in the gym, and we're going to look to book another fight ASAP. Maybe Bellator will call us back and bring him back soon for another fight to get this division going and keep that target on his back. If not, then we'll look elsewhere. I assume that most likely next week I would think we will have some offers coming in, and we want to say thanks to Jeff Coran.
Yeah, thanks for having me up, man.
And
awesome.
Gracie.
Yeah.
Chicago.
Carlson Gracie Jiu-Jitsu and MMA Academy, as well as Victory MMA in Naperville, Aurora, Illinois.
There you go.
Those guys really helped me out as well. So.
Hey, boss, congratulations, man. A big win tonight. Always hope the best for you, man, and ladies and gentlemen, Miles the Warrior McDonald.
Thank you, brother.
All right, man.